Hello, hello, everyone. Patriot 5 here. Patriot 6 in the hospital. Just got off of a conference call with him and his therapist and his doctor. Ron was scheduled to get out Thursday around noon, somewhere in there. But the doctor extended it to Saturday, probably early morning sometime. It's not that he's not doing good. Both therapists I talked to, the doctor I talked to says he's doing really, really good. It's the fact that they want to do a few more things with him and wanted to get my permission and his permission. Yeah, you're getting me today, Papa G. Welcome, everybody here. Elaine and Papa G, Janet, Bill, Beth. I think there's some others. But he is very upbeat. He's looking forward to getting out. He's looking forward to getting back to a normal life where he learned some things before he went to the hospital this time. And I think there's going to be some changes. I did not know he wasn't going to get home Thursday, so I've been busting my rump to get the house ready, but that just gives me and it's not that the house is bad, because I just worked on it and put the floors down and that, but I'm thinking about while he's gone, possibly doing something else with the floors. I got something in mind. The living room floor where he spends most of his walking time. I got an idea. I might try something. We'll see. But anyway, everything is good there. I'm going to say the pledge. First, before I say the pledge in the song, I want to talk to the kids because I don't talk as much to them anymore because I'm doing the afternoon and I'm trying to keep them shorter. And I used to talk to the kids for 20, 25 minutes. And to be honest, I don't even know how many is watching or how many parents or grandparents are sharing. Right now, Ron's trying to get healthier. The only thing really wrong with him is he's got a cough and he's trying to get back into normal functions, which he's real close. Myself, I just have a cough. So if I cough, just be reminded that the people who had this flu, they're saying it's taken anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks to take care of it. Now the kids. We always talk about the special beds when we talk to the first child and that, but this special bed is not just for him. It's not just for his family. I know John's grandchildren can use them. I know my grandchild, Patriots7, I know he can use them because he just had to go take a day off school yesterday. And when he took the day off school yesterday, he went up north to Chicago with his mom and dad. And he's on a lot of medications for allergies. So they went up there and I think they got some things changed, got off of some things. But we all know all he needs is these beds. And I've got a story about the beds and about what's going on when I get into the show. But I told a joke yesterday for the kids about the dentist and that. I got another one today. And that's kind of how I'm going to address the kids. We love you all. I'm not going to mention names. You all know who you are, but we love you all. But I'm going to use my grandson, Liam. And I'm going to use him as the little kid. And he comes home and he looks at me and he says, Papa, I got expelled from school today. And I said, what did you do? Do you want me to go talk to the teacher? Nope. She expelled me. And I said, well, what did you do? And she said, well, see, that's like this, Papa. My teacher took 2 glasses like this. She put one, she filled it almost full with water. The other one, she filled almost full with vodka. And I thought right there, that was weird that a teacher would have vodka at school, but she was going to show us something. We have a little refrigerator in the room, and she got the vodka and the water in the glasses, and she walked over, and she picked up 2 worms out of the refrigerator, out of a little container. I guess she likes fishing, Papa. And I said, sounds like it. She took one of the worms, and she put in the glass with the water, and the little worm just swam and swam and swam and swam and swam. She took the other worm and dropped in a glass of vodka. And the little worm just curled up in a ball, sunk to the bottom, and was done. So when she did this experiment, she looked at my grandson, Liam, and she said, Liam, what did you learn from this? And he says, when I get old enough, I learned I got to drink a lot of vodka because I don't want to get worms. So that being said, let's say the pledge and let's do the, it's good when you can laugh at your own jokes. But let's do the pledge and the song, and then we'll get into the show. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Things were gone. I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again. Just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt of this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. And I'm proud to be an American. At least I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Yes, sir. God bless the USA. Yes, ma'am. Proud to be an American. And the whole thing is we are free. You stop and think, guys, if we wouldn't have did certain things, if we wouldn't have got involved in being patriots, we would never know what they've done to us. But is that what we want? I don't. I'm glad. I said to myself, and I've said to many people over the last days, I've said, when I became a patriot, the smarter I got to my family, the dumber I got. And I get a chuckle out of it because I'll look at my family and I'll say, you don't care if me and Ron's at family get-togethers. If we're there, it's just an excuse for you guys to laugh at somebody. But then I followed up with something like, do you remember what Mom used to say? Hello, Labrador. Hello, Jeffrey. My mom used to say those who laugh first usually don't last laugh. She also said, if you live in a house with glass windows, don't throw stones. Now, there was once a point in this show we decided to do something really stupid. We decided to make hats that said, I told you so. And even though we decided to do that, which it didn't take me long to realize that was a dumb thing to do, but because you don't want to go out and rub something in someone's face. We're here. We're here for the purpose that God wants us here. Do you really believe God wants us to go out and make fun and mock people? No. So that's why no matter how much they laugh at us, no matter what they do to us, we got to stay strong. Now, I know I've told a lot of people over the past month, 6 weeks, they're getting tired. And a lot of people, and myself included, I'm getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I said, withhold it till at least my birthday, February 4th. I think, did I read right? Does Mike have a birthday today? Michael have a birthday today? Can someone verify that? I thought I seen someone wish him a happy birthday, but then I went into some of the sites and I didn't see any more. So Michael or whatever, if you have a birthday, please let me know and I'll sing you a happy birthday. Maybe you won't let me know because you don't want me to. But anyway, if it is your birthday, happy birthday. I didn't see the press conference today. Who is the new press secretary? I was hoping it would have been Kayla McInerney, but I guess he didn't want to bring the best back. I am drinking water, by the way. So here's one of the things I heard. That the State of the Union will happen on March 4th because that's supposedly the real day. But if the 20th of January wasn't the real day, then how is he getting all of this stuff taken care of? Because I have some information.
I live sort of.
Have some information, and this is all over the internet. This just isn't from one guy. This is all over the internet. The hat announces no income tax, no IRS. Big N, Big G is here. Kaboom! It's January 26, 2025, and President-elect the Hat just dropped the biggest bombshell in American history, standing before a roaring crowd. He declared, how about no tax? We could do that. If the tariffs work out, a thing like that could happen. This is more than a promise. It's the beginning of the Big N and Big G era, a golden era where financial slavery ends and freedom reigns. Goodbye, income tax. Hello, freedom. For over a century, the IRS has drained the lifeblood of American people. The Hat's vision, no more income tax, no more property tax, no IRS. This isn't just talk. The Hat's plan is rooted in history. America thrived without income taxes before 1913. What changed? The Federal Reserve and the IRS were created, enslaving Americans under a corrupt system. Now the Hat is ready to tear it all down and replace it with a fair, simple system. A 14% flat tax on non-essential goods, no taxes on food, medicine, or housing, a gold-backed currency that ends the Federal Reserve stranglehold, Big N, Big G, the people's reset. This isn't just an idea. It's the revolution under big N, big G. Debt erased, mortgages, loans, and credit cards, debt wiped out. IRS abolished. No audits or no harassment. Financial privacy restored. Big Brother is out of your wallet. 6,000 suppressed technologies released. Free energy, miracle cures, and more. Tariffs, the Hat's master plan. How will this work? The Hat strategy is simple. Tariffs on foreign imports. By taxing global elites and foreign competitors, he protects American workers while funding the government without stealing from your paycheck. In 1871, the deep state, the Hat's plan, goes deeper than taxes. He's targeting the corrupt system born from the Organic Act of 1871, which turned America into a corporate entity controlled by elites. By dismantling the Federal Reserve and the IRS, the Hat is restoring the republic and bankrupting the deep state. This is it. The golden age has arrived. The Hat isn't just changing policies, he's changing lives. The Big N, Big G framework ensures true ownership, no property taxes, unhackable elections with the new QFS, global prosperity through humanitarian projects. It's time to rise. The storm is here, and the Hat is leading the charge. The old system is crumbling. Are you ready to embrace the future? Freedom is calling. Now, that was sent to me, that reading part was sent to me by Ricky Revon, a dear friend of mine who lives in New Orleans. Me and Ricky has been friends for a long, long time, and he sent me that. He sent me that, and I wanted to read it, but see, last night I was up in Ron's room visiting, and when I was up there visiting, the nurses came in and had to do some things with him, so I said, okay, I'll leave and I'll just walk up and down the hallway for a few minutes. I did. I walked up and down the hallway, but I got to the nurse's station. And there was a nurse sitting there, very, very lovely young lady. And she's sitting there, but behind her, there's a very little cute nurse. And I said, do you guys believe in the Hat? You know, I didn't say that, but, you know, I said his real name. And the little girl standing in the back started jumping up and down like she was a cheerleader, smiling, and, oh, yes, I do. I'm so glad Sleepy is out of there. And she's going on. And I say, my kind of girl. So we talked. And I said, look at this. And Savior had just sent me something. I want to see if I can find Savior on here and see what if she sent me, if I can see it. I believe it's this one right here. And I said, check this out. It says, the Hat will give fraudulent taxes back to the Federal Reserve Mafia, back to the we the people. The Hat will give power back to states, we the people. No taxes on necessity, on only luxury goods. Boom. But then she also sent this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one here. And this is the one. I don't know if I can open it because it's in TikTok and sometimes it opens and sometimes. This is the one. Yeah, it's not going to open. But I don't need it to open. I know exactly what it said. This is the one that really caught my attention because it was a video which I didn't listen to. But I looked at him and I asked him if they was the Hat supporters, and the little one in the back said, yeah. The one sitting up says, yeah, I believe in him. I believe he's the only chance we got to get back to where we need to get. And I said, well, what do you think of this? And they both came up and looked. And it says, the hat has told Congress to abolish income tax. The little girl, the one that was in the background started, I mean, she was just happy. She was clapping. She was jumping up and down. She said, yes, my vote actually counted for something. The other lady says, well, he's been saying that. I said, I know. But nothing can happen until the tariffs happen. And I said, really? Are you sure? Well, yeah. I said, how much do you study this? Well, I watch the news. I said, oh, what channel do you watch the news on? And she told me, and I laughed. And she says, what are you laughing at? I said, because the news you're listening to is fake news. See, I may be wrong about this, but my opinion is he could do it right now. Yes, the tariffs is going to take what's really going to take care of it. But remember, guys, there was this big tunnel. In this tunnel was like a huge city down there, run for hundreds of miles. I remember there was them bars 10 feet high for all that way. And they brought it out and they give it to the United States and every country. And you know what they said? They could give every person in the United States, including children, the United States and the world, which is about little over 8 billion people. They could give everyone out of that $5 million, and it wouldn't even put a minimal. I mean, it would be like putting a period at the end of a sentence. So the money is there. We do not need the tax money right now. The question is that how they're going to go, or are we going to go a different direction? And I don't know. I'm just bringing this out. Hi from Germany. Good to see you, Jens, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names and that. Terry, good to see you here. Carrie, Ian, always Janet. But anyway, it's just my opinion. So then these girls start asking me, what do you mean this gold? And I said, first of all, let me ask you what religion you are. Neither one was that religion. The one was, but it switched over to just more or less like I am. I'm a Christian. And we're talking, and I told them about this, and they go, oh my God, I didn't know. And then I started telling them, and the one says, what about the children? I said, they're getting them. They're saving them. And we're not going to rest until they save them all. As I said, I just want every child to have a parent. I don't care what the parent is. As long as they love the kids, they're good to the kids, and they treat the kids the way the kids need to be treated. Because, folks, it's to me all about the children. You know, I was reading an article today about this fancy, rich woman who supposedly got married, and I could give a rat's behind if she did or she didn't. I'm a Carrie Underwood fan, not a her fan. We all know what they say about certain people, but I never could understand this couple. This football player is supposed to love this girl so much, but watch any video you see him in. He thinks he's the center of attention. He's always walking with her about a step to a step and a half behind. And that to me is incomprehensible. You do not do that to the lady you love. But they're both just about money. They don't care about the country. And then there is some good news that our buddy Elon is taking care of you. And boy, I'm laughing my total patoot off because I just think that is something fabulous to take care of them. The day that we shut them women up, glory, glory, hallelujah. And that's what I want Carrie Underwood to sing, the day that them women are shut up. And she's kind of shut them up with this big, big, big thing that she's doing to them. They are scared out of their minds because they know they said it, and they know she has the money for the attorney that they need. Next two things. Wow, really good news. Jim Acosta, one of the worst and most dishonest reporters in journalistic history, a major sleazebag, has been relegated by CNN fake news to the midnight hour, Death Valley, because of his extraordinary bad ratings and no talent. Word is that he wants out. He wants to quit, and that would be even better. Jim is a major loser who will fail no matter where he ends up. Good luck, Jim, coming from the hat. Now, that came from Wolvie, but also right after that, Wolvie posted another thing saying that same man did not quit. He was fired and arrested. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really know the man. I don't know much at all about mainstream media news. But I do have a story, because you know me, guys, I have stories. And it does deal with kids. A lot of you have seen the video the day the hat was sworn in. A lot of you have seen it, the video that I posted of my 3 grandkids. The 2 oldest ones are sitting on the couch with their Make America Great hat again. The littlest one, and they've all got flags that when we had my birthday party a year ago, they put little flags on every table. And my grandson took some home and put them in his room because he's a patriot. And my mom, their mom, my daughter says, if only we had flags, and my grandson ran upstairs and got them. They all sat with flags. And when they started to swear him in, the youngest one, the little monkey, started jumping up and down. Yeah, yeah. It was so cute. It was so amazingly cute. Well, my daughter and son-in-law and their family have been watching TV just through streaming. As they call it, it's really not live TV, because that's how I do. Ooh, I'm getting low, so I'm going to have to wrap this. I did not realize I was so low. Where am I at? Oh, I got 19%, so I should have 10 more minutes. So anyway, I didn't realize that, but they got the TV and they're watching it. And for some reason, when my son-in-law, Grandma Bo's grandson, came home from the doctor yesterday up in Chicago with my grandson, for some reason, he turned on mainstream media news. And they're talking, and then the lady starts to give the weather, and my little granddaughter, 4-year-old little monkey, she starts saying, turn that off, and they're wondering what, and she says, them people are bad, they're no good, they're going to jail. And she's very adamant about this. And my daughter looks and says, who told you that? And she says, my grandpa, and he doesn't lie to me. So we're winning the kids, guys. So let's see where we're at. Let me get back to where I need to go, to Messenger. I've only got a couple more things. I'm going to cut this short because I don't want to lose the show. I don't need that. I don't need that. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. Frank 26 and Walking Stick have reported tonight that Iraq's foreign minister is in D.C. They accomplished a lot. The new recalculated rate was given to the U.S. Treasury. The United States has been paid by Iraq in full, and the big one, the United States have lifted the remaining sanctions on the Iraq banks in Iraq. Mission accomplished, all in Frank and WS opinion. Warning. Now listen, guys, listen to this. There is a person going around warning. A scammer keeps posting in chat that he will give you $6,000 if you reply with grace or Happy New Year. This is a scammer after your personal details and money. If you have responded, delete and reply and block and delete your reply and block him. Guys, we've been talking about this. There's a lot of them out there. There's another one going around. A guy's coming out saying that for seniors are giving people money. He got $150,000. All you got to do is go here and here. I ain't going. He keeps bothering me. I'm about ready to block him. I haven't, he came on as a name, and it was a name of a really good friend of mine, but I think he's mocking. So if he's listening to this, just be known, I'm not talking to you no more, dude. If you're actually real, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting scammed. Too close to the finish line. The movie's about over. The leader of the United States highlighting the 1870-1913 era as the richest period in American history is a profound signal. During this time, no Federal Reserve. America was on the classical gold standard, decentralized banking, a period of resource expansion. I'm going to finish. Hold on. Oh, no. I'm about to expose the I read this last night. This is the guy that's going to expose the CIA's pedring. So, in finishing, I'm going to finish with something I sent to Ron. Well, we talked on the phone last night. I actually sent him a message when I got home. Because has any of you guys thought about what I talked about the other day? When I said that they're saying when we go to heaven on earth that anyone from 2000 on will come back, no matter if he was cremated or not. Now, what I'm saying here, guys, is not hopium. It's just that it's all over out there, and I'm just the messenger to get it to people. And I really didn't think much about it. I got thinking, oh, my mom, she is in 2001. And then I was thinking my brother-in-law just a year and a half ago. Then I was thinking my nephew 3 years ago, and I got, wow, this is amazing. But as I'm driving home, and I had one of those nights that once I got by the police, and I mean that in a way that as I was going out of town last night, there was a shooting just outside of Kankakee in a little rural area where a 19-year-old got shot several times. He's going to be okay. But when I went by that house, there was 6 police cars with their lights on and 3 others there was 9 cars there. So I'm having a smooth ride. I'm cruising about 60. And the only reason I'm cruising at 60 and not 55 is because at 55, my car needs to be wheel aligned. I just haven't had a chance to do it. At 60, it runs smooth. And anyway, that being said, I'm driving along, and I got thinking about my mom. And I got thinking about my brother-in-law, my nephew. But then, man, I'm telling you, names started coming in my head like you wouldn't believe. And I started with my mom's oldest sister. And I'm thinking all the people that will be coming back if this is true. And I got, wow. And then I went to the next oldest sister and all of their family members that, were their cousins, first and second cousins of ours. And then I went to her youngest sister, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And all of these people at one time was very, very close to Ron and me. I mean, we used to have some tremendous family reunions. Matter of fact, I didn't know what it was like to stay home on Christmas morning and play with toys until I was like 14 or 15 years old. That was not an option. We got up, we opened our gifts, we helped mom clean up. She started cooking, and we took a bunch of food and we went to the Limestone grade school and we rented it for the day. We got to play basketball. There would be 100 people there or more. I didn't know what it was like to play with gifts on Christmas. I didn't care. I was having fun with family members because, see, back then, family members meant a lot to people. Now, all that means anything to anybody is your cell phone and your computer. And I hate it. So anyway, I got thinking, wow. And then I got thinking about my best friend who died in an auto accident. And I went over to the cemetery earlier today where he's buried because I wanted to see his son when he passed away. And his son actually passed away in 2002 or 2003. So he'll come back. And all of these people, and then I went to the factory I worked at and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. When I told this to Ron said, we're going to have one heck of a reunion for our people we used to work with, aren't we? Guys, I don't know if this is true, but before I close, I'm going to leave this with you. Doesn't it give you some excitement that it couldn't be? Could be. It could be. See, it's the same way. I have excitement about the revaluation. I have excitement about the going to heaven on earth. And I would much rather live in the world I'm living in with the possibilities than to live in the world that some of these people go, the only thing I was ever promised in my whole life is I'd die. What kind of life is that? And the people who are saying that, they got a loving, caring family with grandkids. I want to stay around. I want to see my grandkids grow up. It's going to hurt me, but I want to see it. I want to see my great-grandkids and my great-great. And I've got no problem to stay here. What's the difference if I'm in heaven on earth if I'm in heaven? I just wanted to give you that thought, to put it in your head. And I'll probably be back tomorrow like this again. I'm enjoying doing these afternoon ones, these short ones. We are going to be under 40 minutes. And I've got about 6% left on my computer here. So, I still got 17 minutes, but I'm not going to talk for 17 minutes because the one thing I'm getting, some people are saying they miss me at night, and I miss night too. And that's not to say I won't do one night a week, maybe 2 nights a week. But, as I was talking to Ron and I said, Ron, I'm eating late now because I don't eat till I come home from the hospital from you, and I don't leave up there till 8 or a little after. And then by the time I get to the car and get here and get supper, it's after 9 o'clock. But I can see when he's home and we have supper and we can eat at 6:30 and 7 o'clock. And it excites me. If you remember, I used to do just ones that you guys had watched. Nobody could talk, but I like the talking. I really like you guys over here, but then it's there and you guys can watch it at any time. You can share it. I truthfully believe our show is unlike any others. Where we're not here for the money. We're here for the family, for the love. And we've created so much of it. And with that, I say, I love yous all. God bless. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow.